Hey everyone, it's Bridget and Bella. I haven't been able to come online just because things have been really busy and stressful with the last couple of days and the dramatics of it. So I thought I'd just give you like a little update. As you can see, Bella's resting. She had surgery on my Thursday, which was Wednesday in America. When we dropped her off, they said that they wanted to check to make sure that there was nothing in her lungs or her heart before surgery, which kind of triggered really bad anxiety for me. About an hour later, they called me to say that her red blood cell count was really low and she was anemic and she couldn't have surgery until she had a blood transfusion. So a lovely donor doggy came in and was sedated and donated some blood for Bella. And then she went into surgery. One of the vets called me whilst she was in surgery and told me that unfortunately it is cancer and that it's spread to her liver. It's metastasized into her liver. So they gave me the option to either put her to sleep or to continue with the surgery. And I obviously continued with the surgery. After the surgery, the vet called me to say that the surgery went well. The mass was huge. It was about 2.5 kilos, which is 5.5 pounds. And that it didn't seem to be a hemangiosarcoma. It didn't look like what a hemangiosarcoma usually looks like. It looked like something else. So she biopsied both the mass on the spleen and then some of what's in her liver, and we should get results back in a couple of days to find out what sort of cancer it is. So, because it would be very unlikely that it would be benign now that it's also in her liver. So in terms of that, once we know the actual type of cancer, we can sort of make a plan there. At the moment, I'm trying to think positively and think and pray that it's not hemangiosarcoma and that it's a different type, because if that's the case, it means that we will have longer with her. Hemangiosarcoma is so aggressive. So yeah. So I went and saw her Thursday night because she was so anxious and didn't want anyone around her, so she wouldn't let anyone do her obs, just to check her temperature and give her some meds and stuff. So I went and spent some time with her, and I'll try and insert like a couple of photos that I took, and she was doing really well. Then they told me that they wanted her to stay overnight. The thing about that was no one is at the vet hospital from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I was anxious about that and didn't sleep very well. But I got a call back on yesterday morning at 8:30 a.m. to say that she's looking really, really bright and happy. And that could I please come in because she's so bright that she won't let anyone near her, and they needed to take her IV out and do bloods. So I went yesterday at about 10. She wouldn't let them take bloods. It was a mission just to get the IV out, to be honest with you. So we are going back on Monday. She'll be sedated and then have her blood drawn again. Just to check that the donor blood is still working and that her red blood cell levels were up. They did test them after surgery and she was back to a really great number. So that's a really positive step. I just wanted to add in, I hope you can hear me over next door's lawnmower, but after we left and as we put Bella in the car, a man came out to me, a vet tech, and said, hey, my dog is the one that gave Bella the donor blood. and I went to shake his hand, but he gave me this big hug, and it was such an emotional moment for me. And his boxer dog was actually there, so I got to meet the dog. I had actually given the vets a card to give to the person who volunteered their dog the night before, but it was just so lovely to actually meet him and to meet the dog. He was a huge boxer. He was doing really well, fine after having blood taken. It was just such a special moment, and I just wanted to make mention that if you have a larger breed dog who's healthy and you want to help, I fully recommend that you chat to your local vet about blood donation, blood transfusions for other animals, because without that blood transfusion, Bella wouldn't have had her surgery and she could have died because that mass was going to rupture at any moment. So blood donation, blood transfusion for pets is incredible, and if you can do it, please look into it. So she came home about 11 yesterday and was pretty restless. She's been pretty restless, but I managed to get her to sleep. She jumped up on my bed. I had stairs that I put there for her to get up on my bed, but she didn't use them and she jumped up, which freaked me out. She seems okay to do that, but I'm not going to let her do that, I don't think. We're staying in the bunny room and I have a little pen set up. She did use the pen earlier today, but she refuses to go back in it now. So that's that. You can't really see her incision site. It's quite big, but it looks really good. She's not got a cone on because they only did internal stitches and she can't really get to it, but I'm closely monitoring her. She's not leaving my side. Well, I'm not leaving hers. Basically just sitting in the room with her. So that's the update. So it's been really hard to know that the cancer did metastasize and that you know, it is terminal. But in saying that, I still believe that we have a lot of time. She doesn't look it now, but she's been doing so well and so strong. One of the vets yesterday said that she put up a really good fight not to do bloods, and that showed a really great sign. And I said to Bubba, I said to him, I didn't feel she was ready yet, and he said no, she's not ready at all. She's a fighter and she's still got life to live. So everything is just a day at a time, I guess. But I'm happy having her back home. So yeah, thank you for those who have been sending me messages or comments and things like that. I really appreciate it. She's doing well. I'm doing okay. So yes, hopefully I'll be back to doing true crime in a couple of days. Just have to sort of focus on Bella for a couple of days and get her sorted and find out what sort of cancer it is, because I think that will sort of give us our plan of action. So lots of love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Say goodbye.